I'm just gonna wait for them to come in. Hey Tom, I told everybody I would go out and create another one, so I'll wait for them to come in. All right. I'll upload that one so everybody can see how stupid these things are. Let them come on in. Appreciate you, beloved. I am tired and sore. I'm only saying it because that's what I feel, even though I feel wide awake and invigorated. Snoo, what's up, baby? I'm just gonna kick it off. I already informed them to come over. I'm gonna be live so they can find it. So, hey, Pidgeotto. So, regardless of what they say they come from or how they came, and a lot of information, a lot of youngins are realizing a little something about the so-called dragon and how the pale skin came to be. And there are melanated people who fell through who are part of that diaspora. But all that doesn't matter. It doesn't mean nothing. Hey, millennial, what's up, mama? That doesn't mean nothing. I need people to. You should need for yourself to get away from that. It doesn't mean, because when you come to find what may be truth or not, it doesn't matter. But when it comes to the land, Martin Luther King established civil rights. There were no civil rights before that. There wasn't. And our people keep getting confused because individuals keep trying to explain something without even having real knowledge about it. Especially the 14th Amendment. That was Dred Scott. It was an African, supposedly. So that means it doesn't apply when you talk about birthright citizenship. It doesn't apply to our people. We're not. Now, I know people have a hard time with it. We're really not citizens. The whole thing with Martin Luther King, Jesse Jackson, Cornel West, and all those bastards were to make you citizens. It doesn't matter what people think. Now, everybody else, as far as, Native Americans, they try and say, let me pull it up just to make sure. Because they always change the stuff. The AI thinks it's quick. Native Americans born within the United States are U.S. citizens, but the United States is not this made-up new America. There are those of us who know this is not fucking America. I was always told you are not a U.S., you are not been incorporated, even though the Zionists believe they've incorporated everybody. The only land they own is 40 acre, whatever the fuck, Washington, D.C. I'm tired of explaining this, but the only reason why they keep you from the land is because you got a bunch of sellout niggas, you got so-called foreigners here who are dark, and they don't fucking pay attention and learn from us. And there's a reason why they're here. If it wasn't for us, they would still be coming as far as white. We're talking about elites and an enemy to our people. It doesn't matter what you think, and y'all see that now. And when they talk about culture, everybody's practicing our culture. They're eating our food. It's everywhere. And the very same ones that do it you see in Palestine, they act like there's a Jewish food, and there is not a Jewish food. The land cannot be owned by them, especially when they remove the gold and silver standards. My thing is, let's put gold and silver back on the dollar if we want to stay in the monopoly of monetary feasibility. That's where I stand. Well, other than that, they cannot own the land, and the only way is to make a deal, and they can't from a sovereign because the sovereign never owned it. And y'all know by now the Civil Rights Act is literally, and they say the nickname, it is literally the Indian Civil Rights Act. It's ours, and we are the Indians by the definition and term. Let's get away from these idiots who keep listening to everybody. I know Indian is a state name, but regardless of that, the original autochthonous people, that is us. So bottom line, it don't matter. Mooney said it the best, like all these Spanish people in Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Cuba. They ain't never niggas. So what? You got some conquistador bloodline, and some of the settlers and occupiers are there. So what? You're niggas. But the land is rightfully yours, has always been yours, but they had to create division. Why is it that it took a Mexican Jewish woman president to tell we're going to recognize our Afro-Indigenous? It doesn't mean from Africa, even though they're playing to that drummer's beat. When all the ancient books show that the people that migrated to goddamn Africa, which we're all connected to, came from over here. Whether it be Europe or whatever you want to call Europe. And most Pelskins have no idea that Caucasian they coined in 1943. People have a hard time accepting it because I'm white and straight hair and this is what they show in Hollywood, so this has got to be the truth. The very individuals that's robbing you of your culture and everything else, your inventions, your keepsake for name, is the very individuals who put you in poverty and despair and got you believing that you can't do whatever you want on your land. Why? Because you have a bunch of elders who are fucked around attempting to be part of something they didn't want no part of. Study about the wars, right? It's for the land now, it is. You know how many of our melanated brothers were murdered over there? I'm talking about armed to the teeth and fight their ass off and whoop anybody's ass. Do you know how many of them were murdered? Set up by these Zionist fucks using their little incubator babies to murder them without weapons and shit. Let them fight until their cannons and their guns, their barrels ran hot and they were out of ammo. And then when they saw that, they went there and they slaughtered our fucking people on the lands. This is around the world, it's known. They used the ignorance of many. And these motherfuckers, all y'all come from us, you dumb fucks. Doesn't matter how they manipulated and created you. Whether some of ours played a part in it now, I am so fucking tired of listening to people, it's so hateful, and you don't know what you're talking about. Shut the fuck, I don't care. There are truths and things, the fucking word true. There's things that you know nothing about. You have to, your sovereignty, you have to be a sovereign nation to make a deal for the land which you never owned. So what they do, they create all these fucking zips, all these area codes, all this bullshit. And then they say, oh, and the whole purpose with fiat was so that way they can do the dark, mysterious shit they do and keep you from it, which it was naturally you were capable. You can go in the Grand Canyon and everything up until 19 goddamn 50s and 60s and walk anywhere in there until certain things started being found, and these motherfuckers were all over it. And they used the military. They always used the military. You saw me reading a lot of time we were fighting. We were fighting their fucking military, laying the motherfuckers down. And then we had to be incorporated because you had dumb wayward ass niggas whose ancestors had been murdered or killed off. And they said, well, I can fight. They had it in their blood to want to fight, but they were fighting the wrong enemy. And then they lay your stories down like you didn't do nothing great. Up until recently, 10 years ago, they started talking about the great accomplishment of special operators and everything else of our people, like top shit. Rangers, Delta, even SEALs, but they want to underline it so they can keep this fake white identity thing going. This is not about hate, this is true. But it's all about the fucking land. Look at our people. I was watching a video of these three sisters thinking they're slick, stealing fucking $3 socks. Our people have become so fucking lazily stupid. You can't help but listen to what some of these individuals are stating, because their perception is garnered on the hate based on some of the things that are going on. I mean, Mississippi, they just had another melanated brother and a homeless pale skin found hung. Who does that? Who fucks with the homeless? And ain't the majority of us, it's the goddamn police. The bad guys, not the good ones. But y'all don't want to hear none of that. They can't own the land, and if we were to fuck together, we can write down a petition, go to these motherfuckers, go to a meeting and say, no more. No, y'all need Farrakhan. The motherfucker ain't telling you how to get the land because he don't give a fuck about you. He's gonna play on your he's gonna play on your fucking he's gonna play on your ignorance, he's gonna play on your emotions and your feelings and get you all riled up and not deliver a goddamn thing while he lives like a king before he passes on. And his little henchman who communicates with a lot of these alphabet groups, y'all have no fucking clue. Now, I'm not knocking, I'm just pointing out some things. All right? Y'all don't ever look at it. I watch the shit y'all look at. Y'all look at somebody on TikTok, people great information, and you run around and you come back. And it's like, what the fuck? They don't own the fucking land. You make it feasible because you comply to bullshit. I'm just gonna go purchase a couple of acres and I'm fucking done. I'm gonna build on that shit right up in the Rockies and the mountains, watch all the dilemma and the craziness, listen to it on AM, FM radio, and fuck it. Y'all still holding yourselves to shit that don't matter as if everything's gonna pass by or blow by. Y'all really are. And they need that. They need you to be Dully and Sully in your fucking mode of just keep moving and doing the same shit you do because you refuse change for the better. They don't own it. They tricked your asses and your elders. And they become so comfortable with the fiat and traveling, and they did, and they retired, old as fuck, and now they're enjoying the best life, right? Some not capable because they're damaged from all the poisons, toxins, and the fucked up water treatment facilities that keep feeding you pee and poop water, putting with all kind of psychotropics, make sure it's circulated and back in you, because if it went through the ocean, it should be gone. Who the fuck lives on the earth and don't give a fuck about the air, the trees, the water, and stuff like that? If it's a hologram, if they own the land, why is it that nobody's, I mean, come on. They've divided it, talking about the Constitution is for the Republic, talking about democracy. Where the fuck is the word democracy? Which is based on Marxist ideology. Fascists and socialists, both. And you got all these dumb niggas following these Muslims and everybody else, these American niggas who have flew the coop. You still got motherfuckers talking about they Moors like they fucking idiot. Well, if the great seafarers more aligned, what the fuck are you calling yourself a Moor? You calling yourself an anchor and a fucking chain and a rope? What the fuck? Are the profession of seafaring, to which the majority you know not a goddamn thing about? I'm a Moor, I'm Morocco's up by Salagua, nah. Sound like fucking retards. And I never one of them told you how to go ahead and get the land, because they know that it would have to be what? A unification, a coming together. They don't mind in the church, they don't mind in the Black Caucus and all the other dumb shit. Look at Cory Booker talking up a towel. One of the biggest vaudeville shows I've ever seen. But y'all buy into this shit. I still got dudes on motherfuckers Facebook still talking about Trump did this, Trump did that. They all doing it. You can't. I mean, I know light-skinned folk who are not racist. They hold a little bit in ignorance, using terms like black and white and this, that, and other, because they just don't want to listen. It's comfortable for them. I don't hate you. I love you, but they don't even know the land belongs to you. Now the federal government and everybody has stated that we are the original fucking people. But you still have motherfuckers moving because of what? The Pima Reservation, they did the great thing with the money while the Navajo are being robbed by their own fucking leaders. And other tribes as well. Robbed by their fucking leaders, by millions. Putting junk food gas stations and stores on the reservations just like the hood. Though we change it. We create our own stores with our Jamaican and our Haitian brothers. We create these stores, and some Spanish brothers where we give healthy food, where we do juicing and all that. That is collective. But the majority don't want no collective. You love right where you're at, man. If there was anything that hurt, it was that. There's no balance there. They don't own the fucking land. But y'all don't know how to walk against these motherfuckers and say, not today. We come to claim our shit. Claim it means the right and natural order to move amongst it as we fucking so choose. To migrate at certain times during the 5 seasons and in the 13 months and I hate calling them months, but you know what I mean, cycles, to be able to do what the fuck we need to do, to be in the places for cultivating soil, tilling the earth, and growing things as we used to move as a unified, we could say, organization, be the calypso of music and without identity flaws. All right, to be beneficial, to be in the eyes of the beholding, the truth, to walk in its light again. I know Irish brothers, and light skin as motherfucker, ginger red hair, and grow an afro on they chin, and they'll tell you real quick, "Oh no, I'm more black than you." Oh, I know a few of them in New York and Philly. Oh shit, I wouldn't run with nobody else but them at times. I know Scottish women that love the fuck out of us. Where do you think that comes from? Some desire of blackness? Where the fuck is the black? We don't look nothing like none of these individuals. We look totally different, and we don't even accept that. We refuse to listen. And you know what bothers me the most is we still have these individuals that think they know it all, man. I'm not disputing the fact that you know things. Of course, that's the beauty of us all. We all have something to offer. But there are individuals, and when you know a few things, you know, you're very intelligent and smart, lucratively. But you don't function in it in the way it should be, to be established and appointed in a spot to allow yourself to be able to communicate these things. It's not about hate, man. I'm so tired of all this goofy hate and shit. There's only one thing that hates us, and it's from the start, and it betrayed. And I don't care how many numbers of them are. There are things, man. I'm not even going to that tirade. You fucking see it for yourself. They done removed the gold and silver standard from the fucking fiat. The money's worthless. But they still push it and print it because y'all don't know no better. You're still trying to be better than. I appreciate the donations yesterday. I didn't even fill my tank up. I'm fucking gas here is high in the motherfucker. But I just wait, man. I gotta get up there in fiberglass and all that. So I might be buying a $115 fucking ladder just to crawl my old bumped up knees and back up on that bitch. But to get the job done, I've got to do what I got to do. I would like to be able to lean on some 20 and 30-year-old young men and go, "Hey guys, I need that fiberglass. Could you help me out?" And they get up there and do it. No, I do it. I'll do it. What about the inside, huh? Hey, man, well, measuring everything and learn these skills. I'm not even trying to do it perfect. I'm just doing it the speed, right? But everything should be slow, which is smooth, and smooth, which is fast. That means there's not too many rooms for correction. The same thing with the land, dealing with this government. To be able to address them, readdress them, cross-address them as it should be. I don't get it. They can meet up in quiet, under labyrinths in certain places with all kind of dressed up red chairs, decor from Tartary, and get there and speak and GA summits and everything against you, and they can collaborate. Wow, because of fiat? Y'all think that you can need money to be able to get together and collaborate? Oh, but the CIA and the FBI, oh man. I had a dumb nigga talking about the move in Philly, talking about they blew them up because they were terrorizing the neighborhood. They were just keeping to themselves. They were preaching another Nuwabian or whatever the fuck. And that was it. They weren't fucking harming nobody. They weren't robbing nobody. They had children and they had their own gardens and shit. You had dumb racist fuck monkeys in the sheriff department, right? Drop a goddamn satchel charges and blow up the fucking They don't give a fuck because you don't know how to come together, and those niggas was running around with this black out of Africa dumb shit. So why would you tolerate and why would you hold them responsible when they were illegitimate, irresponsible, and pushing a narrative that was fake as fuck? You keep walking around being a dead thing, they're gonna treat you as if you're dead. Yeah, I don't get these motherfuckers like Umar and all these dumb bastards and well, excuse my language, but these individuals that just keep doing the most and the worst of things. I've done had over 20 people at Planet Fitness coming out of Walgreens, this, that, riding down the road, pull up beside me. That's fucking awesome. Wow. I'm like, yo, I ain't even got the windows in. It ain't even primed. It ain't nothing. I'm like, well, and then I show them the inside and they're like, wow. I'm like, I'm still getting dripped on from water. I was up in there this morning. I've got caulking all over I'm washing my ass off, right? Caulking all over my fingers. I'm in there hitting little wet spots, doing my best to get dry. I've got a couple of cans of foam. I still got a lot of things to do until I fiberglass. There won't be no water coming in. But the issue is, it's fiat. Because if it wasn't, I'd be out there chopping down a dead tree before they steal it, make a fucking ladder, and for what it is, I know how to get pine, I know how to get certain things, and I know how to make and tar, and I know how to make something that will seal this motherfucker permanently forever without fiberglass. See, this is what I'm talking about. They have put everybody into this box. All right? And people don't want to pay attention to see it. I'm walking around Mongolian native Pima, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, you are not the Pima people I see in books and some of the ones I met on the Pima reservation. But you do things to be accepted, right? And what does that come with? I know this Navajo woman, beautiful woman. She married a brother. Now to come to find out, before she married the brother, her great grandpa was one of us as well. So she's thick, she's, but she looks Mongolian, but thick, beautiful. I mean, like, built like one of our sisters back in the 70s, and 60s, and 80s. And she married a brother, an army guy, and they had 4 children. Anyway, he passed away some years ago from cancer, right? And the babies, they were already in high school and stuff, so they'd went to graduated college. This is, when I was on the res, that was 5-6 years ago, right? 7 years ago, whatever, right? Some of y'all know I was on the res for many, many years. So they've got their own families. But you see the ones who marry the light skin, their babies, you can't even see the Negro in them. But you can see it physically as far as how they're 10 years old, and you can see there's something going on there in the boy's height and this, that. And then the ones who married, brothers or sisters, right? You can see it in their babies. You can see the difference. Look, y'all. Look. We can get caught up in what the Zionists created, knowing exactly what would happen, or we could free ourselves from that and stop being part of that incorporated ideology of race, ethnicity, and all this bullshit. And a lot of y'all should be able to see this right off anyway. But all that is a distraction. That's why they created that way. To make people hate the true creators, the builders. Our people have become lazy, chasing the dollar, wanting the fast car and the big house. And look what I did on Kick. I'm making $50,000 a fucking month while you ain't doing nothing. The hard hate and everything. But it's all for the fucking land, because ain't none of y'all done shit with the land. You don't know the land. You don't want to move on the land. You go into the little box with the AC, no sun, no air, no nothing around, no moon over you, no nothing. And then you walk outside and then you sit there and you wonder what's wrong. You're so disconnected. And now we got to go outside, we got to ground, we got to do these little things, and this poison and everything is causing trees to topple over, killing animals left and right. But you're not doing the things to set things in motion to correct the fallacy. I don't know what it's going to take. I know everyone has a choice. and everyone keeps making wrong choices. That shit weighs hard. It weighs heavy on me. And though I do my best to act normal, it's just like y'all, I'm silly at most of the time because I don't know how to act like y'all. I would actually be walking around so serious, so hard looking at my face that people get intimidated and scared. So I lighten myself and I say things and I just have fun. I like fucking with people, man. Because I got to see the better of you come out. And a lot of times we just see the worst of individuals because they don't get it. They think they're right. They think that the land, it's all about the land. What else can I say? They have tricked y'all into believing they own the land, man. And they've done it in a way that if you are not from here, you have no rights to the land. Bush, Obama, all those fuck monkeys did things in secret so that way you can reclaim the land, but you didn't know about it because they didn't put it on Front and Center Street. So therefore, you always find out later after they've already closed on it because nobody came forward, and the ones that didn't inform the others. We have become a cyclic system of desperation and ignorance. Y'all hate to work together. I can't believe this. I know there's like out of 50, there's 5 who can write well. And with the other 20, with 25 out of that 50 and out that 5, right, leaving 20, they could be the ones who get together and say, this is what we should do. And then the other 20 could be the ones that go around handing out documents or writing up things to say, we're going to have this meeting. And that 50 individuals would be a nation upon another who are just watching and willing. But they don't see anything, so there's no fruits of labor. Oh, man. Our people have become so selfish and greedy. Their only desire is what they want, and not for the better of all of us, for everybody to be a collective. Sometimes you got to sacrifice the bad for the good. And our people are about just being a sacrifice. Man. I don't know, man. Maybe my soreness and me being tired because I've been pushing it in the gym is wearing on me. Maybe that's why I kind of feel this way. I guess. Anyway, I have this place to go to look at becoming a park ranger because you apply in person. But I'm going to set it up for about 25 days out. I can flush my system and get a little bit of THC out of it, which is not a lot at all. I know how to do it, but I don't want to do it that way. I want to be the full, it's out the system, keep it out because it's easy for me. And do the things to benefit the body. I'm studying Wu-Dang, how to strengthen my knees, and I don't know if it's going to work. I know my muscles on my leg, they're getting bigger. I know that exercise does increase strength, but it doesn't stop the cartilage and both my big toes don't have no cartilage between them. It's hard. When you've been kicking ass, when you've been kicking heavy bags a lot, right? That compound that it takes, the cartilage gets damaged, and if you're not eating the proper stuff to regenerate it, well, you're walking around with toes that just rubbing bone on bone, Cartilage is growing back. Don't worry, guys. I can tell. Popping again and everything. I can tell. It's growing back. Don't ask how. Minerals and just speaking, rubbing, you know, there are things that can be done. I'm not against the system. I'm against the ignorance and the arrogance of it. I'm against the things that lie towards our people. I'm gonna stop sharing information about land, this, that, and other because I know a lot. Because people are taking and want to use it for themselves and greed and everything. No, I'm going to stop sharing certain information that I'm always coming across and use it for my goddamn self because I know how to make it work. I know how to build. I know architect, I know construction, I know woodworking, I know fucking welding. I even know a little bit about electric because I had to do that shit over at motherfucking New Era Veterans. I had to do the rewiring where shit people cracked out, were tearing up sheetrock and everything else and pulling the wiring out. It was me going in there, looking at the outdated blueprints, finding the old wiring, breaking all that shit, chiseling all that shit out, pulling all that old dry rotted wire out, putting the grounds where they need to be at, putting in new wire boxes, making sure the bus and everything was turned off beforehand. Always having a second person with a broomstick with a hook on it to pull me in case I get zapped. I always, you know, and even if it's at the minute, it's all these things are important. Yes, I was the one refurbishing and sheetrocking and changing wood and all that shit in all those damn rooms in New Era Veterans with them veterans all fucking drunk, fighting, loan sharks, cracked up, doped up, dying in there, fucking getting the bleach and stuff with the people who came to clean the room already done part of it. You know, it's like everyone has these skills and talents, or you have never really paid attention and realized that they're skills and talents to be able to take them and use them for the whole collective. I like to see other people do it. Even if there's mistakes, we can always correct the mistakes and make it work. When I was at Whole Foods in Montclair, New Jersey, on Bloomfield Avenue, I used to make Isaac Hayes shakes. He used to come up into the back room where we keep the cooler with all the produce and come in there with his big ass he-she woman, whatever, right? No disrespect. And he would come to get his juices that were specifically, and we would use all the best organic stuff, and I would juice his juices. Every week, man, Isaac, hey, what's going on, Brother Jay? Hey, what's going on, Brother Jay? Hey, what's up, Isaac? I got your juices right in the cooler. Let me go and grab them. We made them fresh this afternoon, knowing you'd be here. And he'd be like, yeah. And then Queen Latifah, yo, Red, I know you back there. And I'm in the produce section, and the wine and cheese is right there to the right. You know, you come in the front, the produce is over here, and the wine and cheese is in the corner. I come out, what's the best wine and cheese, sucker? And I'm like, oh, don't even try that. And I go to Queen, and when I get the best wine and the best selection of cheese, I got you, bro, and she go on by her business, man. Y'all want to hear some stories? I got some stories. So when it comes to dealing with individuals in the corporates and the stores, you know, public affairs or curtsy or whatever, I was always the one. I was always the top guy. I mean, I became the supervisor very quick. Ended up on nights, assistant manager, working with docs and everything coming in and writing up for inventory. These are the skills that I, you know. And everyone has them. But imagine us as a collective. The greenhouse, growing your own stuff, the cultivators of it, distributing it to everybody based on coin or whatever it may be. All these things could have been accomplished. I don't like mentioning the darkness that's over everybody. I don't. But it's obvious that it's there. I had my cousin say, why'd you leave your apartment, bro? Your condo, why you leave it, man? What you doing? I said, I'm with purpose. It doesn't mean that everybody else is with purpose. I am with purpose. The purpose is not a fusillade of stopping this and stopping that. I don't care about all that shit. Motherfuckers want to drink adrenochrome snorted, powdered form, whatever the fuck. You got a lot of cops snorting adrenochrome. You got a lot of motherfuckers doing a lot of stuff. So what? I don't give a damn. Damn gas is at half, going below half a tank. Let me turn this bitch off. I'm gonna lose the internet. Customer service. I was the head man, customer service, y'all. Wasn't even there a year. Supervisor, customer service. People needed something. I'd be like, it's not my department. I take them over there. Hey, they're busy. All right, it's right here. You've got 5 selections. Me, preferably, I would go with that, but I would ask them to research it and see what they find. And they were very gratuitous. And they would go up to the front. That gentleman over there, wow, he's really helpful. And then they come back a week later. It was all right. But you think there's a better one? Well, they just got this new stuff in. I never utilized it. It's got some pretty good reviews. But I would advise you to talk to your doc. Go and do the research behind it. See what's really, And they like that. People enjoy that. People take that to heart. Not everybody has that. Some people walk around there, Grinch last night, affects them at the job, da-da-da-da-da-da. You know how it goes. The land. What we call land. And every time they say, well, the U.S. is not America. And America is not the name of the land that my forefathers knew. Or the term. Yeah. I want a big juicy ass steak or crab. I can't even afford that right now. Because I got to marginalize. I got to manage. Fuck. I mean, I got 11 days or whatever, right? It's all good. But I have to marginalize myself. I've always taken care of my bills. I've always taken care of everything that needs to be taken care of and help those who need help. Give in to those probably not going to give back. But what's a lot? It really doesn't matter. So I'm thinking in past tense. I'm not holding myself to yesterday. I'm just pointing it out there. It's like when I share something, I know it's very informative. You got people who are still arguing on roots, right? They don't have no. And then they want to start, because I like little information they send, they start sending me like meme monkeys. Like, what the fuck? Stop sending me all that goddamn garbage. I don't need it, nor do I care. And I don't want to be mean, but sometimes you gotta be assertive. You gotta be the Sigma. You gotta say, no, stop it. I like on one. It doesn't mean that you're fucking teaching me any goddamn thing. I will look at it, but stop it. Because every time people come across something, they send it, and it's shit. That's why I turn notifications off. I don't want to see that shit. And it's not because I don't find it important. That's all these motherfuckers are doing. They ain't out there getting together. Certain individuals have, right? But they built up this ego. You see it, legendary top cats and them. They get this ego, right? Texas, this, that, and the other. It's energy. It's not negating negativity against the brothers. But how many people are they reaching out to? No, it's about Chinese people be part of my nation and all this other bullshit. That's still the enemy's narrative. If I say we're a tribe or a clan, you better believe we're a tribe and a clan. That's what they utilize to rewrite our history and to push us off the land and make it something that everybody else they can put in position so they can puppetize these good obedient slaves. Y'all really don't know it, but you're all good goddamn obedient slaves. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. That's why I kind of look at people when they're talking about stuff. I'll be like, you're still a fucking slave. I'm not being ugly or anything. Or demeaning. I am pointing out a fucking fact. Y'all think they're trying to make you into slaves? Oh shit. You know, you can't even move on your land without some idiot who don't fucking know shit. It's when they do something wrong, and if that's contentious. I mean, think about that brother that was out in the front yard cutting his tree, and that worthless, goofy, retarded motherfucker shot him in the neck. You know, it took a week before those punk motherfucking Minnesota went and arrested that motherfucker. You've got dumb bastards, good obedient slaves in costume and everywhere. Everywhere. Don't be that slave. I remember when people could retire when they're 50 years old. These bastards don't want that. They want you dead. They don't want your history getting around. They don't want nobody knowing, even though it's there in fucking documents, archives. That's a good knucklehead slave. Let's reward that motherfucker, make sure they get a 6-figure contract and they get the job. Everybody else, this is why they doing all the shit they see now. They could say, have their little minion, not hiring that one, we're not partaking in this, we want to fire that motherfucker. And it's not about people's lives. This is not the great America. They were destroying it the moment they came in. Once you had the dumbasses go over there fighting the Germans, fighting the made-up narrative after the real narrative. They give them something else to prop them up as if they're great again. You can't make this shit up. Oh man, people could have came together. Everybody could have walked in the light of whatever, and we wouldn't have gave a fuck about whatever they're doing. We'd have brought our babies in, they'd have been healthy, eating excellent fruits and vegetables. No, instead we run around eating human DNA, getting into arguments and fight with people we don't know based on a narrative and ideology or your own self-perceptions. You can't. I'm looking at these little dumb nigger women arguing with these righty motherfuckers on college campuses, and they look so fucking stupid. And they're trying to sound like what they're not. I was in the store and his brother said something, and I heard the voice, and I was like, oh shit. Yes, okay, no problem. We'll take care of it. Of course we will. No, I was like, Nick. What happened to you? You want to belong that bad, bro? That you give up your articulation and your art, the frequency and the beauty of your voice and everything that makes you what you are? Because you want to fit in and belong? Get out of the way, girl. Them pigeons just walking in front of the car like, I ain't running that. I'm thinking they got on running shoes. It's the funniest thing. Oh, my apologies. And giving up nut hair. Yeah, Shalom. What's up, Nancy? 80s born. I got you. Salutations. What's that, Aqua? I'm going to study how to make concrete from scratch. It's easy. Phenotypes can be even misleading, but you'll know the voice of people. Yes, so the nose, the hair, all that. If you know, you know. Yeah. Positive. Yep. Absolutely. Do it right now. I'm attempting to keep it. Oh no, you good. You just gotta stay positive, bro. You gotta stay. You gotta stay positive, bro. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going through something, man. But everyone has a choice, you know, and sometimes it's rough because everybody wants to hold on to the best of their intentions. Sometimes the best of our intentions, sometimes we gotta let go to restructure ourselves and reacquaint ourselves and move in a different phonetic, you know. I mean, I was telling 7 grams, me and him and T, we can get an apartment, right? Just to have to work from, you know, pop out 300, 400, 500 a month. I have no problem. And everybody employed, you know, and just have that for a mainstay while we're doing all the other figuring out. That's how you move as a collective, as a tribe. But some people, you know, you want the woman, you want the guy, you want the you know, it's a lot of factors. It's not saying that can't be had. Sometimes you got to pull away and reestablish and reacquaint yourself, reassert yourself, and reaccomplish things. It's just the way it is sometimes. And that's because it's the world, if you want to play in it, it's disproportionately uneven. It's not righteous. It's no balance to it, but sometimes you gotta make the balance, you know. I was sitting there yesterday. I had a couple of Michelob Lights, right? Ate a good little meal, and I was laying back watching, I don't know, some some documentary shit. And I was like, oh, it's gonna rain. I can look at the light and plug the rest of the holes. All right, do the best. So I went in there, caulked a little bit. I finished off one caulking, you know, did it around and sides. And the light on the bottom, I wasn't worried about that. Let's just kicking up. Then when it rained, I got hit right in the face. Blip, blip, blip. I wasn't thinking about the screws that were still coming that I did not cut off and putty fill. Because some of them I didn't do that. And I was like, oh shit, this is dripping like a mother, like a cut sieve, just whoop, 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 mammo. Pillow, my head, blanket right there, wet in the mud. I was like, oh, punk, punk, punk. I was in there for an hour. I'm literally still pulling caulking off where it laid on it, and it got on the back of my arm and fucking my fingernails. I went and washed my hands twice. I'm like, what the hell? But I had a plan. I knew I was going to get wet, and it was all right. But I need to get my ass up there, somebody young, and show them how to put down the resin, put the fiberglass, and lay the fiber resin over it and let it harden. And shit, I can make a fucking car frame, you know? But yeah, that's a whole nother narrative. You know, I just want to shout everybody out. I already know how to build from just what's around, but concrete and how to make clay pipes is different. Absolutely. Especially when I used to in New York, I used to have to jackhammer down 6 feet, 5 and 6 feet to get the rebar, and then get cut through that to get to old French drains that under pressure finally cracked, so we could put in PVC pipe. You want to talk about a job that took 2 months? Me, I was doing it by myself for the first month and a half. I needed 2 people to wheelbarrow all the concrete and the debris outside. Made a big ass pile as high as the truck, man. I'm talking about, I was the whole thing where people I had to leave enough room for people walk down to be able to get into their little apartments, right? I was in the middle of that motherfucker going in a V to find all the broken, man. You talking about some hard work. Arnold Schwarzenegger up in that motherfucker. Always going to ballet boxing gym, you know, hitting the heavy bag, come back, going to therapy and shit from my back and all that, and I come back. But it ain't like that thing in the damn Planet Fitness. No, not like that. The whole body, the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting it in, you know what I'm saying? And then getting this pickaxe and, bruh. I've been working on the railroad all along. God dang. Anyway, right? But it was beautiful because though I had jackhammered before and did minor things in construction, I was doing this and learning all on my own. I mean, literally. You put a jackhammer in my hand, I'm tearing something up. You give me a pickaxe, I'm swinging, swing low, a sweet chariot. Come for to take me home, swing low. You know what I'm saying? I should have had on chains and shit, walking around with a tattered ass, looking like the Django, pulling off my shirt, walking to the horse. Yeah, mister, how you doing, mister? I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that thing on that net there. You know what I mean? But I'm being a little humorous, but y'all get where I'm coming from, man. And someone say, your dreams ain't everybody's dream. It's not a fucking dream. I just know what is possible. And I know it's hard because most people can't see it. I did my best to deliver it. But it's going to be at the worst time, which is going to happen to them, when people realize, oh, fuck, man. All I had to do was... And nobody even thought about it. When it's there. Fucking tobacco. I'm fucking tired of that too. I went and bought a can of tobacco and they gave me a Zen for free. I knew right then and there Zen was no good. You giving that shit for free? No, man. I was done. Like Bill Gates buying up all this so-called farmland in China. They can't own this fucking land. They can't. I figured people would know that by now. And if everybody knew it, why is everybody not talking about it and doing something about it? These are little things, man. I think I'm gonna go to the park. I want to, but I know not to. I might pick up some salmon, I guess. Anybody want to buy me a crab meal? They got a crab hut over there, man. Straight down the road. Man, I want to fuck me up some crab so bad. I mean, I can wait. Yeah, I didn't smoke no weed last night and the night before, so I'm not smoking none for like next, I don't know, 6, 8, maybe a year. I'm working out. I need to feel the pain. I need to put the right things in, allow my body to acclimate. Strong as hell. And I can lift heavy, but I know I don't want to do no damage. Because I was looking at the bench and I was looking at this guy repping a couple of reps of 215. I was like, ew. So you know me. He had walked away. I don't know, to get some wipes or get a drink or something. I went over there and I pushed it once. I was like, oh shit. I said, let me get the fucking from under here. Because I'll start going retarded. Add another 45. No. I'm about sculpting, shaping, and increasing strength and endurance. I'm breathing to increase density. And exhaling. I showed y'all the walking, and I kept going for like 12 seconds and shit. Because it's not easily. Now, in the past, I've done it. I actually did it up to 30 seconds, and it takes a while. But you'll see, because I'm going to keep showing you as far as the before and after. There are things that if you apply these things, like I'm talking to the choir. Fuck. What am I talking about? If you apply these things, you'll see that they work. The square breathing, all that stuff. Exhaling and holding your breath. If you can exhale after oxygenating yourself, because you don't breathe with your lungs. Your lungs are nothing but a tool like the liver to clean out the toxins. Your veins, your body does the breathing, people. But if you starve the brain, how's the rest of it function? Without knowledge of knowing. It's a Rolodex of information for the entire physiology. To starve one feeds another. To feed another, sometimes you need to starve another. I already made it. I already made it clear. Whatever apartment I get next, not gonna be no furniture. It's gonna have a sauna. It's gonna have red and blue light. It's gonna have a massage table or a massage chair, 2,500. Um, it's gonna have a screen for practicing Falun Gong and Qigong and Tai Chi Chuan, many different forms that I don't know nothing about. So I can stand up and do it with a nice bamboo floor mat. I don't like the comforts of what y'all call home. It's cluttery. There's a reason why I walk in tight spaces right now, because I need to feel like there's no freedom. So that way it pushes me for the best of freedom, which freedom is made up of a delusional word as well. But to exist, to be wild and free, but with a righteous heart, content in it. I would sleep on the hard floor, close to the earth. If not, set up a tent and camp outside on the ground. There are things, and the fridge and all that, and that will have all the best things for juicing. I'll have 3-4 juicers. I'll have no microwave. Fuck a microwave. I'm not really big on a lot of cooking shit right now. I think raw is best. And I also have a little atrium of green. You've seen Niece Deece with her little herb grower and stuff like that. You can grow stuff inside. I'll have money plants and ferns to keep the air clean. If a spider comes in there, let them get on the fern and do what they do. They keep everything kind of clean. Because y'all see ferns, they collect a lot of dust. You know, people don't get it as far as the cleansing of the air. To have a little better something and a proper filtration system on the water. So you want to take a hot shower, you don't have to worry about your pores opening up, getting all the aluminum and shit in it, which you now know aluminum is deadly. Just like now it's the truth coming out about peel that put on the surface of fresh fruits and vegetables. It's speeding up that cancers, that turbo cancer shit. And why is this motherfucker not locked up? Because your government is the fucking problem. And those who run with them are the problem. And if they have a certain payment, maybe they can go somewhere and afford the shit that don't have that garbage. Unlike the majority of you are still kind of in ignorance. I'm just saying. I'm not saying to be mean. I'm just saying these words may apply to some. Ain't it funny how they always push for certain people to be pilots? But if you go back to World War II, we were the best pilots. There's a reason. There's a fucking reason. Now you will never know it because they want everybody to be a pilot. They want everybody to be part of the kill and destroy one another, the innocence of civilians and everything else. But nobody can see it because everybody has been incorporated into the spell. So be it if that's the choice. Well, when's the first time y'all heard the term Matrix? Was it because of Miss Stewart's book, which was stolen by them Jews? I think one of them became a he, she later, got rich, and they created, you know, Terminator and the Matrix, right? All melanated people, y'all. This is what they do. Usury. Frauds. I'm not saying nothing that's not known. In the world, all they do is lies, and they want people to capitulate to the lies, but they put themselves in a position to harm everyone, and everybody's running around fucked up. 1999, exactly. Now they use that motherfucker like it's the drop of tea in the cup that they created. I'm like, God damn, these motherfuckers are funny as fuck. They are funny, man. I'm not saying this with hate, but if you don't pay attention and you just run with it because you think you're great, when it's not always the case, it's just something to look at. It's just something to laugh about. It's pretty fucking funny. And then you look at all the other ones talking about pseudo this, pseudo that. I used to say to them, this is what fuck them up. Well, it's so pseudo, then what the fuck have y'all accomplished? What have you done? And then when they start talking about certain wars, I was like, are you the cowboys? No, those are slaves. Oh, no, they weren't. It's like they said, we didn't have horses here. Biggest fucking lie ever by these dumb fucks in the education system. They murdered the mountain lion. They murdered off the bison, right? And then they bring the hybrid one back and they put it out there. Now we know there were bison still here moving a certain place. But the thing, the mass killing and starvation was to hurt those even they utilize. The land, y'all. All about the fucking land. But who are the true heirs of the land? The so-called American Negro. Really the only one. And we had this laid out in front of everybody, but people choose to ignore it. Every time one of them used to come up to me talking about, man, I'm indigenous. Indigenous to where? I never took that lightly. I mean, you ain't indigenous to fucking here. The fuck you gonna say you're indigenous here when they say y'all come across a goddamn bridge? We the first one, you ain't the first shit. You ain't know about Tartaria, you didn't know about the cities. And I would point these things out, man, as a collector. You've been lied to from the start, and they have a hard time. Am I saying there was never nobody here? Obviously not. But the problem is the rich. We use the term autochthonous. You don't see them, they better not try and use that. They was doing it to me for a while until motherfuckers, somebody stopped them, said stop it. He is. Yeah, them motherfuckers sounded so stupid. So goddamn stupid. I used to be looking at them like, what are you talking about? What is this information? And what do you mean? Oh, well, if you stand on your laws and what you think or believe, well, this is what I'm saying. And then I would share some information. We didn't know about that. Well, yeah, of course you did. Because you're comfortable in your lie. You were put against us. You stand against us. Oh, my God. I just found another piece of caulking on my damn leg, y'all. I thought it was a fly. Well, maybe it landed on it and it got disturbed by it. Oh, that's a nice big patch of it. How the hell? Oh, when I slid off the bed. Oh, my goodness. Jesus Christ. Well, at least it rolls right off. No. Work is never done. Anyway, I think I rattled my saber out the sheep long enough. All they know how to do is destroy. They just destroy the whole habitat where coyotes be. So they can build some more bullshit on the side over here. You can see it. You can see it in the back. You know what I'm saying? If you take a look, you can see it. You can go over there. You can walk over there. You can see the whole plane, how it's laid out and everything. And then I walked out there. I walked all to one end. I walked to the other end. And then I was asking the guy, what are they building? And he told me. I was like, oh, man. So they destroyed all this habitat for the coyotes. I was like, you got to be kidding me, man. It's crazy. Crazy. But it's part of the corporation. And now you're going to have the individuals that feel some kind of way. We're watching it, and we need to do this, and you need to do that, and you need that. It's just funny, you know. But then when individuals reach out to the very system, and you comply, always think about what it is you're complying to. Always think about how you move, what's the cause and effect, what's the, and majority of people don't do that. Yeah, they destroying like mad. The feels, yeah, 1999. That's right. That's correct. Hey man, if y'all don't want to buy me a crab dinner, me and T, that's all right. I don't mind because some of y'all donated and I appreciate it. We just got some gas. We got a bowl, a Panda Express bowl. We were starving. I ain't feel like cooking nothing. I ain't feel like looking for no damn eggplant and onions and garlic and shit. I was like, man, we can get this, you know. I don't want to eat a lot of rice and shit, but I hit it with the soy sauce, you know, the teriyaki sauce, man. I was fuck that thing up, man. And y'all know I'm a chef, so I'm kind of partial on what I eat. I'm not eating no more beef unless it's a steak and it comes from, I know where it's coming from. But I really don't want to eat meat like that, man. You know when you have a feeling, right? But I'll fuck up a crab. I fuck one of them bastards up. Big ass claw and butter. A lot of butter and salt. No. Stop it. I'm gonna get off of here. I might go live again. I'm gonna head over to the park. Whip up a little something, breakfast or something. I was getting ready to make my protein shake. I gotta go in here and give me a couple of ganails and an apple. Keep it alive, you know. Check my app. What's wrong with the app, man? Something wrong with the live again? What's wrong with the live? No, the live seems fine. I can see me moving and everything. What are you talking about? Oh, the cash. I'm all in the damn live looking to see what's wrong. I'm like, you talking about check your app. They got it again. I mean, y'all funny. Y'all can hit the heart system anyway. I appreciate y'all. All right, let me see. That's an ugly ass. Oh, Thom. I appreciate you, beloved. Yeah, I gotta go over here and see what it all required to become a appreciate you, beloved. Yeah, that'll get maybe one crab meal. I think it's Crab Shack. But anyway, I gotta go and see what all is involved with this being a park ranger. I really like it. It's open for a minute. So I want to make sure I have everything. I'm gonna have to go to storage, get my I had it on my phone. I logged into my Microsoft, my Windows, what you call it, and my damn resume wasn't there. It's been removed. So now I gotta go and get it with my DD214 and stuff, which is in the storage facility. So I gotta go over there, burn more goddamn gas. I think it's like a 22 minute or 15-minute trip, 6.1 miles, some shit like that. Dig through all that, get that information out. So I have it. Even though I haven't worked I worked with Local 4 welding, but other than that, I haven't worked in 20 years. Over 20 years. I haven't worked, let's see, college. Yeah, 21, 22 years. Other than welding, which is work, but I haven't been out welding since Charisma's passed. My service dog, because she warns me, she let me know. Anyway, will ever get another service dog or whatever? I don't know. The way they're euthanizing animals, it's just the whole system is so perverted. Yeah. Whenever you see me doing that, it's me keeping my Jah at bay. I can't explain it. I do it a lot. Just to forewarn you, because a lot of people don't see it and they don't recognize it and they think it's just a pass by. No, I have to keep this in me at bay. I have to. That way you can see this side. You know. It's for y'all's benefit. Mine as well. But y'all's benefit. It's gotta be balanced, man. And if I was be moving all in the darkness, it would be definitely no damn balance, that's for sure. And it's easy for me to move in that. Not right. But it's easy. Still haven't figured out the relationship between the dragon and the wolf, huh? Did you figure out the relationship between the dragon and the ape? Nat, go on. It's humid as shit. I'm attempting to let the caulking dry up feasibly enough where it's hard enough where the wind ain't gonna make it be flapping when I go in there. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christmas. You know? The Wendy's juice, I don't want no more of that. That's high fructose corn syrup. It's delicious. That the lemon, the cherry lemon, the cherry, it's one of my favorite. Wendy's got that cherry lemonade, but you know what I'm talking about, right? That shit is so good. That's addictive. I had 2 of them back to back, man. Leave me alone. This shit. Stop it. Stop it. It was so good. Oh, check the thing again. Oh, you mean the Cashapp? I thought you were talking about this. I'm still thinking this thing's acting up. Appreciate you, Nitzy. Appreciate you, hon. I sent some love back. So, all right. Yeah, yeah, that stuff is good. I had 2 of them, right? With the ice. It was hot that day. I think it was 115 or something. Man, it just cooled me off for a second. It's sweet and it was good. And I was like, I want another one. I had to fight it. I was like, there's something in that shit. And I even told my little Mexican hombre. He's like, yeah, I don't drink it, man. I was like, I ain't drinking it ever again either. I'm staying away from that. That stuff is, that's the devil's liquid, man. And you know you got that straw, right? It's number P fast. And I'm sitting there like this, and when nobody can see me, I'm like, brain freeze. I'm telling T, I got brain freeze. You look at shit. I'm like, shit, but it was so good, man. It ain't like real lemonade, Ma Dukes and them made. But damn, they got something in that shit. No wonder the damn people in the damn, people in the fly just landed on my eyeball. Anyway, I feel like Aeon Flux. It just line up over there now in the drive-through. Yeah, better you than me. I ain't doing it. And you couldn't pay me to eat one of them goddamn burgers. That ain't beef. I don't know what that stuff is, but it ain't beef. And that ain't chicken either. Shit looking like a damn sponge. Oh, I ain't never seen no chicken look like that. I saw the kid said, let me see. He took a bite and he's like, yeah. I'm like, man, you eating a goddamn loofah sponge. What the fuck? Fried oils and stuff. The color is turmeric and stuff. That's not chicken, cuz. You can't tell nobody nothing. And Chick-fil-A, the line yesterday, it was just all over. And then Jack in the Box. That should say something. Jack in the Box. Well, you got to be crazy to be eating that shit. Surprise! That's what it is. When you eating that shit. That's what. You all eat Jack in the Box. Is what you do. Bong! Surprise! A little red ball and fucking ugly ass. Look like a clown. You know what I'm talking about. Let me hit the what you call it. I forgot to hit the chat filter. Thank Nitzy, I appreciate that, and Thom appreciate the donation. Appreciate y'all. Those new quick stop gas station stuff. That ain't even real. That's going to speed up everything. I don't know. I think even if it has some meat in there, I think that's the shit that they were shooting up long before the fakedemic. You know, they were going out. They had teams going out, shooting up all the deer, shooting up cattle with the mRNA. Did y'all know that? Research it. They were out there literally. And that's why I said the shit passes over to other people, you know? And be careful of buying all this nanokinase powdered bullshit. Take iodine, get you some witch hazel, test that shit. If it's black, that shit ain't real. That somebody was telling me that, and I was like, okay, well, I don't have a way to test it. I got lion's mane powder. So I went ahead and I got the iodine drop, and I dropped 2 drops, and it was black. I was like, wow, I even called the people and told them, your shit is garbage. I put the iodine drops, and they hung up. Motherfuckers ain't out here for the best of your health, man. That it's out here to make $1, and they know that people are gullible and stupid. And yeah, so I threw that shit away. world's full of sick opportunists, y'all. And it's sad because if they only really knew what they were doing, they would stop. But they don't know what they're doing, and they believe in what they're doing. They're loyal to some bullshit, so they're going to keep doing what they're doing. I appreciate it, but it's not good for anybody, especially them who are partaking in it. It's not good at all. It really isn't. Yeah, Jack in the Box, Arby's, all that shit, the juice, all that is pure garbage. Pure, adulterated garbage. So y'all stay away from that. You know what I mean? Men and women. Let me say women first. If you don't have a firearm, get you one. But not just a firearm, get you a rifle. Now, my short AR, I can put a regular stock on it now. It's legal. Yeah. I can put I don't have to have that little goofy, and I have many gun parts, but I was thinking about selling one of my handguns because I only need one. I need the best one. So as y'all know, I have Glocks in the Echelon, which is fabulous. It's 9mm. My Glock 22 out of my 21, 22, and my other one. My Glock 22 with the 40 cal, phenomenal. So between the two big guns, I was thinking about selling one of them. Not to a pawn shop. They're not like crooks and fucking monkeys. They're dumb. But then again, I was like, why not just hold on to them? Because I like them both. I like my big ones. I like all of them, actually. I give things away. I share things. I do things to see where the appreciative heart of the individual is. And sometimes I see the lie first. I see the ignorance, the absurdity of those who want you to think otherwise, who talk religion and everything else. They show you that religion is nothing but bad because they don't perform the tasks required in religion. They don't live by it. I'm not saying that religion is a bad thing, but it is a form of a spell. They give it to you and they didn't want you to dismiss it based on ignorance and intolerance. A piece of damn caulking in my hair. Oh, it don't hurt. I got that booger. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, it hurt to pull that bad boy out. That was a long hair, bro. Anyway. I do it to see what people are loyal to. Are they really loyal to good deeds? Some people in this world have become part of a usury. They think, motherfucker, this, that, yeah. No, I can still whoop people's ass. Beat the fuck out of them. Man, when it's all said and done, they sit there and be looking all pumpkin patched and lumped the fuck up. Teeth missing, and I'm not advocating violence, I'm speaking on the fact. And wondering what happened. Well, you fucking wanted to get in the whirlpool, which is not a regular lake or swimming pool, and you fucking found out. That's what the fuck happened. And that's people's narrative, I'm always expressing to people, like, stay on the decent side of shit. Don't put on a costume to see if you hit hard, paying compliance and all that bullshit. No. Be on the right side. Because the time's coming when there's going to be a whole lot of ass kicking given out. And the majority of people that think they're better to take the ass kicking, they're trained up for it. No. I don't want to talk about how many videos and pictures I have of people on the battlefield offering themselves because they have no hope. They didn't want to be there. A lot of ugly things with bad details. Should never be. But when I tell you there's a group of individuals that don't care about nothing, well, those individuals won't get to exist here pretty soon, much longer. I'm not putting a time on it. I don't know what the time is. But I know that it's coming. It's coming. In my dreams, I could hear last night, I heard walking around me. I knew exactly what it was. But they ran. It wasn't like pit pat, pit pat, pit. It was, I just knew they ran. It was quick. In my dream, I thought it was real. There are times when I think I'm dreaming something that's more than real than a so-called dream, you know? But that's not here or there, a part of the story. That's just... it's what it is, you know? What kind of rifle? AR-15. Preferably get one that shoots 223 and 5.56. Because if you get one that shoots this 5.56, you can't shoot a 223, and you might come across ammo when you're running out that's only 223. And even though a 223 and a 5.6 look alike, one is fluted, the other one isn't. There's different things that you can Google it and you'll see for yourself what's the difference. All the rifles I've ever built always could shoot both 5.56 and 223. So always be mindful of that. If you want to get a honey badger, which is expensive, or Daniel Defense, or there's a number of ones out there. I get PSA, Palmetto State Armory, and then I changed the barrel to a running barrel. I changed out the house to a Geissele trigger, but I keep the same trigger because I like the AR carbine one. I changed out the buffer tube to a 3, and I put a carbine spring in it. I changed out the sights. I put an excellent red dot, one that Pricely. Yeah, slow. You know, it's real simple. I'm actually gonna put a fun switch in one of them. I'm gonna get one of those little $300 safety or fun switch. I mean, I got 2 full auto ARs, but I mean, yeah, M16s, but they're where they're supposed to be, locked up, safe. And you don't want to shoot full auto. That's just to keep heads down and shit. But a bound, nah. You want to make sure your finger strength is good. And then if you're gonna get a handgun, you gotta remember a handgun is to get you to your rifle, but it's good to have a shotgun as well. Like, I didn't finish that. My apologies. So have a handgun that you know is trustworthy. You drop it in water and mud, and it'll come up to work. And make sure you have an AR platform that can run. That means it goes past 500 or 5,000 rounds. Don't overheat it. Don't go crazy. Make sure you clean it properly. Dust ain't gonna kill it. Make sure you run the proper mags. I run aluminum mags, and I run the mags. Shotgun. If you can't afford a Denali, get you a good shotgun. Get you a semi-automatic. That way, every time you pull the trigger, you got one that can at least carry 6 rounds in it. If you want to go carry 7th, make sure you load it up top once all the other ones are loaded. That way you have 7 rounds. Make sure it's not, make sure you buy one that's decent. Don't get one of them cheap ones that's going to flip up on you. I bought a good one made by a so-called company. It was a piece of shit based on the pandemic. So you always want to have your shotgun, but you damn sure want to make sure you got a good handgun that can carry enough 15 to 20 rounds to get you to your rifle. All right? And first aid kits. I got first aid kits everywhere up in this thing. And you got to change your bags, your equipment, your iodine, your alcohol, because what does happen is the heat and stuff like that will mess it up and do damage. So, as I stated, you always want to have, you know, your antiseptics and all that kind of stuff. Let me see if this one's any good. Because the heat will play a part. Doesn't matter where it's from, what company. All right. Excellent antiseptic. Still holds after 7 years. So I do open every once in a while. That's why I took this out. It's still fine. So those are still good to go. Antiseptic, baby. Yes, sir. Oh, man. I actually got a damn pimple, y'all. Oh, my testosterone levels are up, baby. Yes. Oh, ain't no black dirty neck over here. Stop that shit. Oh, man. It feels so good. Oh. Oh. Ah. Caulking. Yeah, I had a caulking. That's right. Rub it off. Yep. Damn, that's a big piece of caulking right there. What the hell? Oh, I missed that. Oh, it was on my shoe. God damn it. Anyway. I'm gonna go ahead to the park, charge up my card, and I might just go to Planet Fitness just to go ahead and get in the water wave chair because it feels my back needs it. And then I'm gonna head over to this place and make sure I got it in maps to look into the park ranger because they're really hiring right now. Okay. Hell yeah, apply. It says apply on company site. Okay. All right. I got the qualifications, absolutely. So, I'm gonna have to be over there and converse with them. I might end up shaving off my beard. We'll see. Why y'all don't eat no damn flies? He looked at me like, you got some crackers and bread? Didn't he hear what I said? You got crackers and bread? They turned right around and looked at me. I don't have it right now. I'll get you some matzo bread. How's that? I want to go swimming. Yeah. Hey, Carrie. What's up, mama? Rangers Red sounds good. Thank you. What was that? What kind of rifle? You lost me. How did I lose y'all? An AR-15. I can't show you on here. It's the long rifle. You see, I got plenty of videos shooting rifles. That's an AR-15. And you have a shorty, 7-inch, 11-inch barrel, 16, 18, 20. It depends on you. But 223 is, I can show you this. Let me see if I got one. Oh, shit. I can show you this. This is all right to show, I think. Yeah, it is. Hold on, let me. Jesus Christ. I gotta lean back, lean back, lean back. Written by a chump. You want to be a gangster. All right, this is a 5.56. Now, 223 looks just like it. I'm not selling any firearms, making or modifying. I'm just showing around safety purposes. All right, so 223 and a 5.56 looks the same. But a 223 is fluted and built a little different where it won't fit in fire in a gun that shoots only 5.56. 5.56 is the nomenclature for the round, the ammo. It's called ammo. It's called some other shit, but I don't get into all of that. But you want an AR that can shoot both, because say if you get into a mix and you actually women are usually pretty good because of balance, shall shooting the men. You run out of your 5.56 and there's 223 all around. Well, if you don't have a rifle that can shoot 223, you're assed out. There's no more 5.56, plenty of 2.23, but you got a rifle that only shoots 5.56. So make sure you order or buy or purchase an AR-15, a shorty preferably, even a collapsible one you can put in the backpack so you can gray out, that can shoot both rounds. Now you want a good handgun, preferably a 9mm. Don't be all with the 10mm. That thing got a bang on it. It might hurt your wrist. You want a nice 9mm, Glock 45 or something small, or one of the other ones that are out there, the MPs. You know, there's quite a few actually. Taurus, I had a couple of those, pretty nice. Not too big. You can conceal it. Watch Red Phoenix, she's pretty good. And Yogi Stirrup, she's got every damn gun you can think of. But you got to remember, the handgun is to keep you safe. Make sure it's always hidden where nobody can go and snatch it from you. But that is just so you can get to your long rifle depending on what's happening. The long rifle would be your AR, your long rifle. AR does not mean automatic rifle. It means armor light. These goddamn politicians, media mugs that are dumb as sons of bitches. Isn't it funny how they want all the guns to go to these fake ass Jews to kill people, but they want to try and take yours because it's designers who are trying to take your guns from you, whether you like it or not. And you want to make sure you have a shotgun. Now me, whenever I was sleeping in my apartment, I always had my shotgun by my bed, because if you come in there and I hit that, I grabbed my little bandolero that had about 20 shotgun shells, slugs, Greek fire, the shit that 5 yards to light your ass up and set you ablaze. I always had all that. And fletchets too, shit they spit out like, you know. So you always want to have that, you know what I mean? Pretending to work, way to go. Oh, oh, you don't have to speak gun, honey. This is what gun knows is a trigger, but you want to keep your booger finger always off the trigger. Learn it like all the other women. Learn it, okay? Learn it. YouTube has a symposium of all kind of information. Go to the gun store, let them take you in the back, show you how to shoot it if you don't have a man to show you. Go ahead and learn and appreciate something that can stave off. And you know, like it says in the Bible, you have your coins. When the proper time comes, purchase your swords. It don't mean it's tongue, because you can't purchase that, though many tongues have been bought to be against you. Go ahead and learn it. Let's not be on here and be lazy about this, my beloved. All right? Because I'm very serious when it comes to things that may prolong the inevitable is inevitable, but prolong your life. All right? Because most of our women, because of liberal factions and ideologies, have become ignorant to these things. Never went hunting, never went to learn anything about how to do these things. So you learn how to talk gun. Matter of fact, forget talking gun. Learn how to manipulate and utilize it. You'll be surprised. I know many sisters right now, they run around in competitions when they were the same way. They couldn't. They're not. Learn it. If you were close by, I'd take you out and shoot every damn other day. I'd be like, let's go to the gun range. Let's go to the outdoor facility I have up and be like, drive 6 hours. I go to Jerome up in the mountains, you know, where the compromise and the copper, you know, it's a beautiful place and they got vegan food and everything, and have a wonderful, beautiful time. You know, learn it. And I said that to all. She spoke up, and the rest of you act like you know. That's a beautiful thing. That's it. You're learning. All right? You'd be surprised. You get to shooting and shit and get over all that. You'd be like, bam, 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 transitioning. Get your hand off that trigger. You trying to shoot somebody, you'll be all just like the rest of us. How dare you pull that gun out and face it at me instead of down range? You'll be up there talking about, I just got my witch card. I'm going to be training some women this weekend. Come on, women. Come on, Aquas. Let's go out here, Shalom, and let's do this. And y'all be out there rolling in the mud, learning how to get the prone position, throwing shit, shooting shit out the sky. Talking about, yeah, Red Wolf. I'm Dirty Harriet. I'm just going to shoot them and let them dry up and blow away in the wind. Yo, tell Pop should have had you out there a long time ago getting familiar with them things. But yeah, absolutely. Chat with them, learn, you know what I mean? Because he was like, if he was around here in Arizona, they'd take you out and everybody shoot, you know? It was fun too. We used to have a good time. Me, Westside, Trauma, T, a couple of my little brothers be out there. I ain't mentioning the other guy. He don't matter. And we used to be out there shooting and having a good ass time, man. Blowing up Tannerite, you know. Guns, man. Red, dirty Harriet. You damn right. Dirty Harry, yeah. What's that shit? 144 Magnum. I'm gonna show you. And it's driving the wind, blow away in the wind. Well, that's Clint, but you know I like it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just an old cowboy. You know how it goes. Everything that's going on. And you have fun. You know, my thing is, it's good to train. You don't have to say, I'm training in case all hell breaks loose. I think you just training because you want to know how to shoot the damn thing and clean it and everything else and how to break it down without breaking your fingernails. Trust me, loading that magazine, cut your damn nails off. Because you jab that mug, oh my goodness. You talking about how you hop doing the yabba dabba do. Hi, you know, jumping around holding your foot anyway. You know what I'm talking about. That's dead on Gunsmoke Tumbleweed music. The good, the bad, and the Harriettas. I like, you know, it's good to be able to laugh, even in the worst of times and moments, you know. It's good stuff. After exploring myself, I realized why me and the military would not have been a good fit. Oh, man, keep that to yourself, man. You never know. You would have gotten there. You might have met people like me, T, and a few others. You would have had a good time. Stop that. Stop prognosing and diagnosing the future and the past that never existed, bro. Stop it. You would have had a good time, no matter what you think or how you feel. Yeah, you're a builder. You building in the military. Damn, you could have been a CB. Stop. Army Corps of Engineers without working for the damn Zionists, blowing up shit, trying to drown and kill people to rechange and gentrify the damn community. The dumbest shit I've ever seen. You know why they'll stop gentrifying shit? When motherfuckers start whopping their asses. Like they did in one place in Texas. They ran them goofy motherfucking monkeys came from California thinking they want to change a certain community. Well, they was whooping their asses left and right. Got them goofies up out of there. Here, all over here, you got them all over the place. They come in here. Look, I had one of these dumb little females come here. I guess she said, oh, I came here about 4 years ago, California, right? Three years ago, whatever. You know, rich motherfucker. Oh my fucking God, what the fuck is that? I was like, that's how you talk? I said, do yourself a favor. You ever see me again, don't open your fucking goofy mouth. Well, what did I say? I'm just complimenting. That's not a fucking compliment. You want me to come over there? Yo, white bread, what the fuck you doing here? I mean, it's all stereotypical. Don't sound like a fucking dumbass stereotype. I didn't know. Well, this is Arizona. The gentrification shit, stop thinking you accomplished something. It's a red state again. And look, a lot of y'all realize, oh shit, guns are pretty cool. But you carry your demeanor, which is fucked up. I had to tell her. She got it, she drove the fuck off. Looking like a goddamn dummy. Wasn't being mean, I just don't tolerate stupidity. And there's a lot of them. I'll pick up the tumbleweed in California and the soundtrack for effects. Oh, you're in California? Oh, sad. But it's all right. That Newsom, how did that motherfucker stay? How did he stay in? How's he been? I've heard everybody in California say they can't stand him. Well, how the fuck is he still the governor? How is Newsom still? I don't get it. He's a traitor. He's just like that motherfucker that was in Canada and a lot of other individuals. How is he still there? I really don't fucking get it. Nancy's nephew. Who's Nancy? You talking about Nancy Reagan? I think Nancy Reagan was a. I think Nancy Reagan was a dude. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. Hold on. Battery. The phone's going dead. Hold on. All right, there we go. Phone was going dead, y'all. I had to put it on. Charge it up anyway. Oh, Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, Nancy Pelosi. That's a weird bitch. She's what old man, 80 years old, a cokehead, a crackhead or something. How do they stay in these positions? See, this is what I'm talking about. And then you got these goofy ass police running around while these motherfuckers are still in positions fucking with people out here who ain't done nothing. This world has got so many capitulated stupid motherfuckers out, you just can't make it up, you know what I mean? Justin Castro. Yeah. Justin Trudeau, that's Castro, Fidel Castro. I told people Fidel Castro, why do you think what's his name was murdered? Is a Zionist, a Jew. But nobody wanted to listen to me. I had a couple of Cuban people who were down, who came up, became American citizens, their children and everything, and says, well, a lot of people know that motherfucker was a traitor. But they have a game, a role to play and act out. Because if he wasn't, they could have killed him easily. You know what I'm saying? Hey, niece, what's up, mama? That was a good read you did. But, yeah, if you want to donate for me and T to get a crab meal, go ahead and hit it off. You know what I'm saying? We'll go over here to the Crab Shack. It's a little expensive, but I guess they do it that way. I hope it ain't farm raised crab. I didn't go in there. I'm gonna go in there today. Before I go to the park, I'm gonna swing by there. But I need to go to the park, charge this up, you know, do some walking and stuff, get some dips in. And then I need to go over to this place that I was pulling up to get a little insight. Like I said, I'm gonna apply for it in about because the next thing, October and November. So I'm apply for it for November. I might get hired here or a couple other places, but I'm apply for it in November. I know I'll get on it. I know I'll get the job. And my thing is I always wanted to work parks, recreation, or you know, anything with the forest and stuff like that. I used to want to do that for a lot. And if I was to work, I would definitely do that. Obviously, I can lift 40, I can curl 40 pounds, so I can curl 50 pounds. Hell, I can curl 60 pounds. So all the things that they ask, walk 2.5 miles, no problem. You know what I'm saying? That's easy. Get out there and become gainfully employed. I'll make sure I got my back brace and my knee braces, all that shit on. I'm not gonna go out there and be stupid. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna apply for that. I really, and I like to talk to people and share history, and I won't go off the beaten trail, and even the little made up shit, I know how to share that in a way that's not damaging to others. So this is like when I was in on the Navajo reservation. I used to work for a few of the what you call extremes and stuff, where you walk in the caves and all that, and the caverns, all under. Yeah, I used to do that. Tips, made a lot of money doing that. Wow. Wasn't meant for them to do it because the story they're telling ain't got nothing to do with the truth. But I you know, I would stay away from telling the stories of the land. I would just take people and take them to the next point, which is a lot of walking down there in these crevices in the mountains and the hills. It's like, and look at these beautiful places where some people want to play their flute, and because of the, you know, the acoustics and everything in these certain places, like so. And it's funny, all the Asians would come up and want to take a picture of me, not the Navajo. And I'm like, and they're like, it's the Indian. All them Navajos used to get so pissed off. The ones who didn't know, you know, didn't live with me on the res by me. And the ones who knew would be like, no, he knows his shit. And you know, people still get angry and whatever the fuck, like I care. So yeah, I had a lot of pictures taken with Korean, Japanese, Chinese people. They'd come up, take a picture. I'm standing over them. I'm 5'10". I'm standing over these motherfuckers look like about 5'4". Some of them 5'8". One or two kind of tall. And yeah, it was great. That was a great time, man. That was pretty cool. I still got pictures somewhere. You know, come on, guys. You acting like we in Dragoon. Fuck all that. Go on about your business. Get over there. But that's it. I appreciate the donations and stuff. I do want to go to the gym. I know I need to take a day off. I need to let myself recuperate. I should have. Matter of fact, I'm gonna mix it up right here. Mix me up a protein drink because I need it. I need it. I need it. I need it. Oh shit. Good gracious. What happened to the... Oh, I put it right. Okay. Shit. There we go. Oh, man. Oh, T, I think he went over to the college for the internet. I didn't turn this one on. Wherever you went, he's a grown ass man. We don't keep tabs on each other. we do not do that. At least I don't. Okay, here we go. I wanted to get a banana and put up in this thing. But they don't have no organic blueberries, man. I ain't buying that bullshit. It's funny, everything else is made overseas. And when you look at food made here, all of a sudden, where they didn't make it, it's all growing in California. And you know the fake Zionists, they controlling the fake ass food. That's where they're fucking sitting there with IT motherfuckers and everybody else manipulating your food, making garbage. Like I said, if you're in California and you ain't fighting out against this shit, just like these motherfuckers in these water treatment facilities, I told y'all, they're making medication from your poo and pee from the water treatment facilities where it ain't treatment. Yeah, it's a treatment. It's against you and your body and everything. It ain't for your benefit or your health. It's to further cause harm to you. Shit, we could have dug a well. I was going to dig a well out there in Dragoon, get fresh water. Like I said, I'm not stupid as stupid does, so the best thing that ever happened was to come over this way. And the next best thing was we probably wouldn't have been at Planet Fitness if it wasn't for the other cases. All right, so let me go ahead and put this together and show y'all something real quick and simple. All right, let me this right here. I was like, man, I'm going to Planet Fitness, bro. I was like, I gotta start working out, man. I like, there's no way. I got to start working out. So this is gonna be the protein power, and I'll show you which one I'm using. I'm using TRU plant-based protein chocolate protein powder made from only 6 ingredients. All right, so the ingredients: organic pea protein. I can make this myself. Organic alkalized cocoa, which is nothing but dark chocolate. I prefer 100%. Only takes 1 tablespoon. Organic vanilla powder, which you can get it from the vanilla bean. You get 2 vanilla beans. Pick your thumb, get all the inside out, plop it in there. That's it, right? Organic pumpkin seed. I got a whole thing of that. Organic monk fruit extract. Simple, you can purchase it at Fry's or Sprouts. And organic chia seed protein. I keep tons of chia seed because it's good to put in water, get that gel, just like okra. Drink it down. You got fiber besides what the gel does within the liver and all that with enzymes. So let's get the water in. I roughly go with about 10 to 12 ounces. It's not the greatest taste. I like to add a little honey, which I'm going to do. So we're going to put the water in. Then I'm going to walk around back, get the honey, pour it in, and show you. Let's get that up at about, let me see. Oh, shit. Okay. Right at about close to 11. I'm going to go around back and put the lid on. I'm gonna get the Manuka honey. No, I got Manuka honey up on the top. So I'm just gonna get the regular, what you call it, honey that I always use. Hold on. I had to dig down under the eggs, and it was down at the bottom under the mayonnaise, under my avocado mayonnaise. All right, make this there. Let me show you the rest of this goodness. Raise my seat up a little bit. Nice little breeze. It feels good. All right. Okay. Honey in there. I was gonna throw some chia seeds, but there's some in there, which is a form of protein as well. All right. I use a fork. I didn't feel like getting up to get a spoon. I was like, man, just run with the fork. Oh, that damn stuff's so good. Mesquite honey. God. Oh, it's garbage. All right. So it's about a tablespoon in there. One scoop. One scoop. Some people think if you use more shit, it's gonna be better for you. That's not how it works, y'all. Get your heaping scoop. It's about 10 per bag of this. Go ahead and pop that in there. I love chocolate. Dark chocolate. Love dark chocolate. I love all kinds of chocolate shit. All right. My nails grow fast and hard. That's what's up. It's starting to look like a dragon. All right, there we go. All right. good stuff. All 20 claws, look like a dragon. Scratchy. No, it's good. Now, if you want to use like almond milk, like it's best to make your own, or anything like that, walnut milk and all that, then you can go ahead. You go ahead and use almond and walnut or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I would prefer to use goat milk, but whenever I drink goat milk, I get gas like a motherfucker, man. I get gas. Oh, goat milk? Oh. But I feel like I could jump over a building. No ice. Room temperature is best for your gut anyway. Remember I told you drink cold shit, it creates slag in your stomach? I know people don't believe in it, but whatever. You know what I mean? It does. It's cold. So what happens to all the things that operate to taking all the nutrients? You freeze it. You kind of make it real cold where it doesn't perform as it's supposed to. Room temperature is what you want. You want it around 70-something. So I prefer mine's always room temperature. Excellent. So let me get a snippy snip. A snippy snip. Oh my God. Oh shit. A touche, mademoiselle. Heavens to Murgatroyd, even. Exit stage left. That is so good. Hold on. Just good. We gotta work it up. That what is the tallywhacker there? Who's that stumbling around in the dark? Let yourself up, prepare to get wanged. Who's that stumbling around in that ninja? Mix yourself because you're about to get drank. The Jenga. No, I'm stop. I know I'm dumb. I say some stupid shit. Anywho. Toot toot. Yeah, beans are good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you regurgitate a whole bunch of dumb shit. But most people say all the time, right? No, it's good. It's only do toes and just foul fingers. Nice to paint. Notice I need to touch my toe now. Oh, they're having a woman's moment on here. I'm gonna stay out of that. What was fast? What? I just made a little 11 ounce, 12 ounces of protein drink powder. That's nothing. That's the kind of car my wife died in. Well, they resuscitated her. She died twice. She's alive. She's okay. That's the car right there that she drove. Nice little tiny little thing. Mike's wife. Yeah, we was talking about it. I was like, damn, babe. Her and her Jesus while acting a fool. What was fast, Nitz? Articulate what you mean. Well, I drank it fast. I made it fast, right? It was quick. I made it quick, you mean? Yeah, these are my favorite, man. Altoids. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. I've been off about 2 hours, and I'm gonna get back with you guys when I get over there. I gotta charge this up and everything, and I appreciate the donations, y'all. I really do. So yeah, I'm gonna go over there and look at how much the crab meals cost. I'm just gonna walk in and look, and then be like, okay, And I'll let you know how much. I didn't go in there, so we rode by it, you know, looking for a decent price on gas. We found one for $3.70. So I was like, well, T-so I didn't even see the shit. And amongst all the 409, 490, God damn, this is crazy. Anyway, and that's what California brought with their punk ass selves. So I'm gonna go up, do that right quick, and oh yeah. Hey, peace. But I'm gonna go on and I'll let you guys know and let you know how it smells up in there. I wish they had smell-o-vision where I could just go, okay, I'm turning on smell-o-vision. I want y'all to smell me here. Watch me go in there and smell like shit or something. I'll be pissed off. Anyway, I appreciate y'all, all right? And I'll see you. Cat dog flies, man. I'm gonna see you. I think they like the damn deodorant or the coconut oil I rub all over myself. That's crazy, ain't it? I'm gonna fly like coconut oil. Yeah, and it helps get off the caulking too. That's why it's rubbing right off whenever I find it. But yeah, scratch and sniff. That'd be pretty cool too. I'd be like, all right, y'all, I'm putting it on in there. All right, go ahead and scratch it. Wait, let it smell. Smell good? Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna see you guys shortly. All right. Appreciate y'all.